Hello dear students, I am Monu Sehgal from KV BSF Jalalabad. Today I am going to discuss one of the important topic from chapter 7, integration of your NCERT book. I am taking topic integration using partial fraction. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn about proper rational functions, the irreducible linear or quadratic factors of polynomials, integration of different types of rational functions by different types of partial fractions. First of all, I am going to discuss proper rational function. A proper rational function in which the degree of numerator is less than the degree of denominator. If Px and Qx are two polynomial, then Px upon Qx defines a rational algebraic function of x. If degree of Px is less than the degree of Qx, then Px upon Qx is proper rational function. But if degree of Px is greater than or equal to degree of Qx, then it is improper rational function, and we use long division method to make this function as proper rational function. We can resolve Qx, the denominator of proper rational function, in simple factors either of first degree or of second degree. Now, to integrate a proper rational function, we can apply the method of partial fraction. In case of partial fraction, numerator does not matter, but the most important thing is denominator Qx. We can resolve Qx in simple factors either of first degree or of second degree. These factors may be of the following factor: linear factors x plus a into x minus b, then repeated linear factors, that is x minus b into x minus a whole square. Here x minus a whole square is the repeated linear factor. Again, third one is quadratic and linear, where x square plus a is quadratic, which cannot be further factorized into x plus b, which is linear. For a fractional function can be expressed directly in partial fraction, the numerator must be of at least 1 degree less than the denominator. That is, the rational function must be a proper rational function. My dear students, in partial fractions we need not to cram anything. This is understanding based topic. In this section we will learn 5 forms of partial fractions. Now we will see where the partial fractions can be applied. First one is which has denominator in two factors, both are linear factor. Second, the case where denominator has two factors, again both are linear, but the factor is repeated factor. Next one is third form of rational function. Here is also denominator has three linear factors. Fourth one is where the denominator has three factors. One is repeated factor and another is non-repeated. Next, fifth one is denominator has two factors. One is linear factor and another is non-factorized quadratic. Let us discuss these all and solve related problems. First of all, I am taking rule 1 and rule 3 together, where the case is of non-repeated linear. Here the factors in the denominators are linear as well as non-repeated. First rule is for the rational function where the both factors are non-repeated linear. Then we take a upon first linear factor and b upon second linear factor. We will take two constants a and b as there are two factors in the denominator. Similarly, third rule for the denominator, it has three linear factors, or all the three factors are non-repeated linears. Therefore, we take three constants a, b and c for these three linear factors. In question number 1, we have to integrate x upon x plus 1 into x plus 2. For this type of questions, what we see, denominator has two factors, that two are linear factors and non-repeated factors. For this, let's consider this function, and we have to take only function without integration sign. This rational function contains two factors in the denominator. Both are linears and both are non-repeated, means different factors are here. For this, we have learned the rule. If we have two factors, non-repeating linear factor, then we have to take a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x plus 2. We have to find the values of a and b so that this fraction can be written as simpler way. For this, we will take LCM on the right side. X plus 1 into x plus 2, we get x upon x plus 1 into x plus 2 is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1 upon x plus 1 into x plus 2. We get x is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. That coefficients of x and the constant term. So here what we do, equating coefficients of different powers of x on both sides 1, and on the right side x has coefficient a plus b. Next, on the left side there is no constant term, means it is 0, and on the right side the constant term is 2a plus b. Now on solving these two equations, we get value of a as -1 and value of b as 2. We will put these two values of a and b in above equation. Now we get the value of a is equal to -1 and b is equal to 2. We will put these values in the above rational function, that is x upon x plus 1 into x plus 2 is equal to, now in place of a we will put here -1 and in place of b we will put here 2. Now this becomes -1 upon x plus 1 plus 2 upon x plus 2. Type of fraction we can't integrate easily, but now these type of fractions we can solve easily because we have formulas for these type of fractions in logarithm. Now we will go in our integral, that is integration of x upon x plus 1 into x plus 2 dx is equal to integral of -1 upon x plus 1 dx plus 2 upon x plus 2. We have formula for 1 upon if we have linear factor on the downside and in the numerator we have constant, then we get minus log of x plus 1, and for same here 2 into log of x plus 2 plus c. Now minus log of x plus 1 plus 2 this become log of x plus 2 whole square plus c, and then log of x plus 2 whole square, this is positive sign and this is negative sign, then we will get log of x plus 2 whole square upon x plus 1 plus c. I am taking rule 2 and rule 4 for repeated linear. When the denominator is expressible as the product of linear factors such that some of them are repeating, then rule 2 and rule 4 are applied. When the rational functions are of the form where denominator is x minus a whole square, here the denominator is linear, but it is in case of repeated linear, then we will take partial fraction as a upon x minus a plus b upon x minus a whole square, because here are again two factors and we have to take two arbitrary constant. And the rule 4 is where denominator has three factor x minus a whole square and into x minus b, x minus a is again repeated linear. Now we will take three arbitrary constant a upon x plus minus a plus b upon x minus a whole square plus c upon x minus b. Now we will solve question based on these two rules. Question number 8, that is x upon x minus 1 whole square with x plus. Again following the same pattern of above question, we have to come out from integration for partial fraction. That is, we will move with x upon x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. The necessary condition for solving partial fraction, we have to come out from integration. we will take a upon x minus 1 plus b upon x minus 1 whole square plus c upon x plus 2. We will take LCM here, x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. A will take two factors, a into x minus 1 and into x plus 2, plus b will take only one factor, that is x plus 2. Again c will take two factor, that is x minus 1 whole square. Now this same term will cancel out, then we have to form right side in form of polynomial, because we have to equate different coefficients. This become a into x square plus x minus 2 plus b into x plus 2 and c into x square minus 2x plus 1. Now equating, we get first of all we will equate powers coefficients of x square. Now after equating coefficients of x square, x and constant terms, we get these three equations, and after solving these three equations we get a as 2 by 9, b as 1 by 3 and c as minus 2 by 9. Now we will put these values of a, b and c in the rational function x upon x minus 1 square into x plus 2 is equal to 2 by 9 into 1 upon first factor is x minus 1 plus b has value 1 by 3 into second factor x minus 1 whole square plus c has value minus 2 by 9 and third factor was 1 upon x plus 2. We get 2 by 9 into x minus 1. We have to integrate this function, therefore we will take integral sign. Integration of x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2 into dx. Therefore right field side also convert into integral. 2 by 9 being constant, take out 1 upon x minus 1 into dx. 1 by 3 again take it out, 1 upon x minus 1 whole square dx minus 2 by 9 1 upon x plus 2. Now one integral is converted into three separate integrals. These are three simple integrals we have done earlier, because this integral and this integral both have formulas in logarithm, and this can also be solved with 2 by 9. This will become logarithm of x minus 1 plus 1 by 3, because this is x minus 1 is a linear function and its derivative is just dx. Therefore its integration will be x minus 1 raised to power. Now these three integrals can be simplified very easily by using logarithm and other formulas. Now the answer of this integral is 2 by 9 log of x minus 1 upon x plus 2 minus 1 by 3 into x minus 1 plus c, where c is constant of integration. The third case for rational function, when sum of the factors of the denominator are quadratic but non-repeating. Here the rule 5 for non-factorized quadratic is when denominator has two factors x minus a into x square plus bx plus c, where this quadratic cannot be factorized further. Then we will take partial fraction as a upon x minus c plus bx plus c upon x square plus bx plus c, as this is quadratic. Therefore we will take its numerator as linear, that is bx plus c, because degree of this denominator is 3. Therefore we will take 3 arbitrary constant. Let's solve question relating to this rule. Let us take question number 13, in which one factor is quadratic factor which cannot be factorized further. We can write 2 upon 1 minus x into 1 plus x square as per rule a upon 1 minus x plus bx plus c upon 1 plus x square. Further solve a into 1 plus x square. We get it by cross multiply bx plus c into 1 minus x. Write it in polynomial form a minus b into x square. Now equating coefficients of different powers, we get a minus b is equal to 0, b minus c is equal to 0, and a plus c is equal to 2. On solving, we get a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 1. Now after putting the values in the integrand, we get this. Now we have to solve integral of 2 upon 1 minus x into 1 plus x square in dx. That is 1 upon 1 minus x dx plus x plus 1 upon x square plus 1 to dx. Now this integral has formula in logarithm, that is log of 1 minus x upon minus 1 plus this integral again we can write 2x upon x square plus 1 by 2 dx plus x upon x square plus 1 we have taken. Then next is 1 upon x square plus 1 is equal to log of 1 minus x upon minus 1 by 2 log of x square plus 1, because its derivative in the numerator, and this has formula in tangent inverse, that is tangent inverse x plus c, where c is constant of integration. Dear students, write this summary on your notebooks and solve the questions based on these three types of rational functions.